YouTube Live also. So we're all over the place. All right. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Again, this is my little podcast video thing that I'm doing about what is it? Dang, I already forgot what it's called. But the process to finding your purpose, right? So let me just go live on what's up, my bro Abraham? I'm about to go live, bro. Well, I'm already going live, man. But all right, gotta flip this around. I just gotta get it together with Instagram. All right, so we're finally on Instagram, guys. I'm going to be looking from a little bit left to right. I have YouTube on this side. I have Facebook right here, and then I have Instagram on the other side. I just got a new phone today, so that really helps out. But what I'm going to be talking about today is wealth. And again, this is just sharing my process so far to finding my purpose. And again, this is something that I want everyone to participate in. It's not just me here speaking. Well, it is, but I mean, there's comments that you can participate, and we can all chime in and what's going on in your lives. So really quick, so I was thinking about wealth, right? So the main focuses I want to focus on are spiritual life, your health, and then your wealth. So right now, where I'm at in my life, obviously, I'm not the richest man in the world, but I do have other things. Like, I'm super blessed. I have a roof over my head. I have a car. I have food in my fridge. My fridge is really full. Sometimes it's empty because I eat everything, but that's normal. But just depends on what you define wealth being. So for wealth, for me at the moment, wealth it means paying my bills, right? That's wealth to me right now. I could pay my bills. I could put food on the fridge. I can pay my car payment, gas in my car. That's what wealth is right now. But that's not where I want to be, right? On another live video that I had, I shared that I started with about $22 in my pocket at the beginning of this year. And, I had some type of savings, but my wife had the savings, even though, we were kind of together. But personally, in my account, I had $22 in that account, right? So wealth is more of a mindset for me. Right, it's something that's attainable, but something that I have to switch in my mindset to be able to get to. So I have a cool little quote right here from Robert Kiyosaki, I believe you say. And I haven't read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I heard is really, really good. But he says right here, the rich have lots of money, but the wealthy don't worry about money. Man, that's powerful, right? That's where I want to get to. So I want to get to the point where I don't have to worry about, are we going to have enough to pay the bills? Or are we going to have enough to put gas in the car? Right now we do a lot of budgeting, and we try to always get the best deal, right? And I don't want to live like that for the rest of my life. Sometimes I look at my wife and just throw her under the bus a little bit. She'll get a couple of paper towels, and then I'm like, use 10 paper towels for nothing right now. Like, you could use those paper towels to wipe other things down, right? So stuff like that. Like, I don't even want to think about that stuff. I just want to, hey, let's go buy some more paper towels. It's fine. But that's kind of where we're at right now. And a lot of time, what I believe wealth is measured in is time, right? So what's more important than your time? And the best part about having that wealth is that you can buy back your time. So with that, say, I want to take a vacation. I want to go spend time with my grandma or, my family. But if I have to work and I have to be there all the time, that's not wealth, because I have to literally be working to create that income, right? So I think most importantly is time, right? So let's think about mindset, right? So when you guys think of wealth, what do you guys think of? Rich, right? You automatically, it comes up rich. All right, yeah, I have the nicest car, I have the best phone, I have the nicest watch, I have the best jewelry. So when a lot of people think of wealth, they think of all that nice stuff, and that's great. But that's not what I want to accomplish. It's nice to have, but it's not what I want to accomplish, right? So for me, wealth would be more, investing into properties, buying flips, and there's a lot of people you could learn from out there. But that's what wealth is to me, is being able to use my money to create more money, and basically while I'm chilling, right? So a lot of the time, but it starts with the mindset, right? So a lot of people, they say, hey, I want all those nice things, but they don't really have a why behind it. So right now, my why is my wife, right? I want to have all these things so I can take care of my wife. I can provide for my wife. She's my why right now. And honestly, just building, a portfolio and all that good stuff, that's going to be secondary. But you have to have a why behind, why you want to be wealthy. If not, then it's really not going to mean much. You're going to get there. You're going to have the nice cars. You're going to have all the nice stuff, but you're really, not going to have much purpose, yes, exactly. Hernandez, be do have exactly. That's awesome. Hey, for how you doing? I'm just saying what's up to a couple of people who are coming in. I hope you guys are doing amazing, man. So really quick. So talking about mindset, right? Back to mindset. A lot of people get stuck on this, this thing that, hey, I can't become wealthy because no one in my family has been wealthy, right? So we get stuck in this vicious cycle doing the same thing over and over because our family did it, or same thing with like drink. Oh, well, my family are drinkers. Like, well, I have to drink, and there's nothing wrong with drinking, but you get to a certain point, you're like, hey, my family's always been broke, so I'm gonna be broke. And again, that's a mindset. So every time, it kind of like bugs me a little bit sometimes when family members, friends are like, man, I can't do that because I'm broke. And I think like, man, you are not broken. You're not a broken person. You're right here in front of me. I can see that. But your mindset is broken because you keep saying you're broke, so you're going to continue to be broke, right? And a lot of times we let that just kind of get a hold of us, and we can never shake it because in our back of our head, we might not think like, oh yeah, I have a little bit of money, but in the back of my head, I keep thinking, hey, I'm broke. I'm a broken person because I can't create wealth for myself. So a lot of times we let circumstances like my family, we've always lived paycheck to paycheck. We've had Section 8, like guys, like you cannot let that stop you because you know what? Growing up, I remember going to get food stamps sometimes, and I think I believe my grandma was like on Section 8, and that's not to throw her business out there, but that's just where we were at. And then came in my stepdad, and my stepdad's really solid at budgeting money, right? Just a little backstory. So the way we grew up we lived in a mobile home, right? We lived in a mobile home for a couple of years, and it was good. My stepdad bought it, and then comes in. He saved up the money to be able to buy a home, so he got us into a nice home. Sometimes they don't work for your money, have your money work for you. Exactly, man. I like that, bro. That's really good. Because then you always be working for money, right? So just to share what they said over here, my boy right here said, don't work for your money, have your money work for you. Man, that's good. And that's what you want to be. You don't want to always be in in that line of fire, or you don't always want to be just getting your hands dirty, right? So you want to be able to build something where you're able to delegate, right? So, yeah, going back to family. So my stepdad bought his house, but I mean he could have easily, or my mom could have easily said, hey, you know what? We're not gonna be able to afford the house because no one in our family has ever bought a house. No one has. No one did. And at that time, no one had ever bought a house, not that I can remember. And if they would have let that, mindset stop them, then we wouldn't be in the nice home that we were in, and in a beautiful city of South Del Monte. So yeah, guys, they didn't let them stop. But even, it's funny. The other day I was talking to my mom, and she's like, hey, you know what? We're kind of thinking of doing a couple of things, maybe, get another property. Like, man, there we go, mom. Now you're working, right? So now her mindset is starting to change a little bit more after, all these years of being in that home. So it's really good. And let's see what else I have here. So rich equals money, wealth, money, and time to enjoy it. Awesome. So what my boy Angel shared right here, just so you guys know, I just seen him, Angel, today, and man, this guy's super sharp dude. But he did share rich equals money, wealth equals money, and time to enjoy it. And that's exactly what we want to be doing here, right? That's a great point, man. And also with that, You hear about these workaholics, and it's not bad to be, a workaholic, but you hear about these people, or, they have all this money. Like I had a client, he had a lot of money in the bank. All he wanted to do is work, right? But he didn't really have any time to enjoy it. But that's another story for another time. What are my boy Mauricio saying? I just had a conversation with Mauricio, solid dude. People just have to learn how to prioritize goals. Remember, if it's a priority, you'll make a way. If it's not, you'll make excuses. Man, where'd you get that from, Mauri? That was awesome, bro. Now we're talking, man. That's super cool, man. Yeah, no, definitely. And a lot of people, even while they're building wealth, they start making excuses why they can't build it. So they start saying, you know what? No, man, that's possible. Why not? Why can't it be possible? I mean, I believe it's possible, right? I mean, I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but I believe in, and I'm nowhere close to being wealthy, but I know where I want to be. So, yeah, guys, that's some really good stuff right here, man. And guys, feel free to share whatever you guys like. Like I said, I want this to be more of a conversation because realistically, I'm not wealthy yet. Right. So I don't know everything. This is kind of things I just looked up and, had on my mind and had on my heart. And I want to progress into being wealthy. Oh, man, I need some water. Starbucks, all about branding. So I really want to ask you guys a couple of questions who are watching. I think I got a couple of viewers, not too many crazy viewers, but what does it look like to you? So what does being wealthy look like to you? Also, what can it do for you? So what can it do for not only you, but your family? What kind of options can you have? Can you have more time to spend with your family? I remember when I used to work at a warehouse, I used to work about almost 80 hours a week driving a forklift. Most of it wasn't working, but I had to be there, right? So 80 hours a week, I was like, man, I'm making money, right? But I had no life. I had no life to enjoy any of it. I ended up buying a car. So I ended up buying a Camaro SS, right? And man, that put me in a hole because obviously all I was doing was working to be able to pay my car, right? And I was living with my parents. I was eating whatever I wanted, drinking whatever I wanted. I had a Camaro. I had the whole thing going on, right? But I really didn't. I had money, but I had zero wealth. I was not rich, and I was trying to act like I had money by buying a Camaro that I couldn't afford. And I did pay it for a little over 2 years, but I had to swallow that rough pill. But anyways, yeah, man, what can it do for you? So even going back to Grifols, where I used to work driving a forklift, it's really important who you surround yourself with. You want to surround yourself with people who have the same type of mindset, who are going the same route. Because even at Grifols, man, I was there and it was just a toxic environment where people are just, constantly complaining about them not having money, them not having resources, but they wouldn't work overtime. I'm like, bro, you make good money, man. Like some of the dudes there were making like $35 an hour. I'm like, bro, work more hours and you have more money. But yet they always complained about money. They always complained how they couldn't buy food, how they couldn't do this, how they couldn't go on vacation. It's like, well, instead of complaining, what are you going to do about it? Right. And obviously I did something about it because I quit my job at Grifols not knowing what I was going to do. I kind of just overcommitted and then figured out the rest later. So that's what happened with that. But you can get stuck in that, that complacency, I guess you can say, where you're like, well, I'm going to get stuck here. I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. And that's just the way it is, just the way it works. And it's not, guys. So again, what I want to do with these live videos, I'm going to be doing one every week. And oh my gosh, carne asada. I want to be doing one of these every single week, every Tuesday for now. Me and my cousin are kind of talking right now to try to bring more stuff together. Okay, my boy right here, Eladio. I was trying to remember your name for the longest time, bro. I have no taste for either poverty or honest labor, so investing is the only resource left for me. That's right, brother. That's right. And I don't got the knees for it, bro. I don't got the knees for that stuff anymore. So Eladio said over here, have no taste for either poverty or honest labor. So investing is the only recourse left for me. And that's good because most of us have had that taste of poverty, right? Where we don't, we're like, man, I lived in a little apartment with my 5 brothers, or, I lived in a little mobile home and I shared a bunk bed with my sisters or my brothers, whatever the case is. So a lot of us have gotten that taste of it, but yet we're still there. Or, I mean, not to judge anybody, but, there's people who, are a certain age, but yet they can't come up with $500 right now. Right. So if they were to ask them, hey, I need $500 right now, and they can't help you. It's like, wait, you're like 45 years old, man. How do you not have at least $500 in your bank account? Right. And that's not, everyone's in different positions in their life. And I get that. But that's something to think about, right? If you don't have $500 in your account right now, and you're struggling, and if you have kids, then that's even worse, because how you get a flat tire, right? You need to change your tires, right? Or your engine goes out, whatever the case is, and you can't fix it because you don't have the money. So those are things like that I don't want to worry about, as we progress in our marriage and, building a family and building our business together. I don't want to worry about those things. Hey, babe, you need a new phone, go buy a new phone, right? You need to get 4 tires changed, go get them changed. That's safety, yes, go get them, and your brakes and your oil changes, go do all of it, right? All right, so Mauricio shares something else right here. Wealth to me is not about the amount of money that you make, it's about how you manage your money. Bam! Man, this guy's preaching today, man. Are you looking up quotes, bro? That's really good. He said that on Facebook, by the way. Yeah, man, because there's people out there who, make 60, 80 grand, and they're wealthy, right? They have a couple of homes. You talk. My wife always talked to me about those like undercover millionaires just came out of nowhere. They came out of nowhere, right? So they make those 60, 80,000, but they just keep investing that money, investing and just living below their means. And then next thing you know, they own 3, 4 houses, and then by the time they're ready to retire, they cash out on 10 homes and they're millionaires. That's crazy, right? So yeah, you're right, man. It's not about how much money you make, but what you make, about what you're doing with the money that you are making, right? If you don't, if you're trying to live above your means, and you don't have at least $500 to $1,000, but yet I always see you on Instagram and Facebook going on trips, going to games, you're always drinking and eating somewhere really nice, then there's a problem, right? And guys, again, I'm not trying to judge anyone. I'm just trying to make help people understand that there's a certain way that we should be living, right? We should be living with purpose, and that's not living with purpose, right? And I just kind of want to help you guys understand that you guys can make the change. It's not too late. If you're 40 years old, 45, 60 years old, it's not too late to make the change, right? I kind of look at my grandpa. My grandpa worked so hard his whole life, man. So hard his whole life he's been working. But he doesn't have any savings. He doesn't have, a home to sell if he needs to. Like, my grandpa, loves his life, and I love my grandpa, but no one taught him how to do it, right? So my grandpa came straight from Mexico, straight from TJ. So no one really taught him how to manage his money, how to invest his money. So he did his very best that he can possibly do with the resources that he had, and to reinvest. To just invest all his time in working to provide for all the kids that he had. And I look up to that, because I said, man, that dude worked really hard. I don't want to work that hard where I have to like get under cars still when I'm 65 years old. So just him, just being that example is already winning for him, right? And what's up, Booker? My boy Adrian's on too. All right. So yeah, going back to my grandpa, we have the opportunity, the people on here, because obviously we know technology, and we're in that stage of life where we're still on here. So we have time to fix what's broken right now, which is your mindset, right? Your mindset is broken. because you're still buying all the stuff you shouldn't. You're still not building any wealth. You're still living check to check. You should not be living check to check, guys. I mean, I know there's certain times in your life where you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle and you're gonna be like, man, but you have to find a way to get out of that struggle, right? So at the beginning of this year, when I had $22 in my pocket, I said, okay, what do I need to do to get out of here? And guess what it was? I had to get my butt to work. My boy Lolo likes chili cheese fries. So do I, bro. But I'm doing keto right now, so I can't. You know what? I want to go with Mauricio. What Mauricio said right here. This guy's been spitting some fire right now. So Mauricio said on Facebook, I'm still laughing about the chili cheese fries. I'm a first generation in the U.S. It has been a big part of, in why I think the way I think. I've worked hard and learned the hard way, made me more appreciative and motivated to be a better person. Yes, yeah, definitely. And you know why, Mauricio? You know why you say that, bro? Because you seen where your family's, your family did to get you here and to be able to be the first generation U.S. citizen, and that's huge, man. I mean, you know how many people try to come to the U.S. and America and they just don't make it and they end up going back, or I mean, unfortunately, they get sent back. So for you to say that, and you serve in our military, man. So that's super awesome to be able just to say that you're learning from them, and now the beliefs that you have now are moving you forward. And I know we had a conversation earlier, so I'm excited to meet with you, man. I'm excited for all the good things you're doing. My boy Elo's on. What's up, Elo? It's been a while, man. I've been going for 20 minutes here, man. This is awesome. So let's see. Hiladio said over here on Facebook, he did say, Mauricio, you got a point. My uncle came from Mexico with nothing, no papers, no money. He worked at a taco shop, working 48 hours and making about $500 a week. Now he owns 10 houses. Wow. Around the Bakersfield area. Talk about managing his money. Guys, if I don't even have to say anything else. You guys just read it right here on Facebook. Or, if you're on Instagram, go to my Facebook and you can read it right here. And I'm not lying, man. People, if you know what you want to do and you don't even know how to, you don't have to know how to get there. You're going to figure out on the way. Don't think of your struggle as an inconvenience. Think of it as a way to grow. Yes, man. Yes. Like I said on my post earlier, don't let your story that you had before dictate, what you're gonna go to. Like, God has so much promise to you, man. He wants to give it to you all. Oh, another one. This is just reminding me, right? So if people think God wants me to be poor. Heard it plenty of times. God wants me to be poor. It's like, what, bro? God does not want you to be poor, man. Where does it say, thou shalt be poor in the Bible? No, we need to be good stewards of our money, man. Like we're here. We want to receive more money so we can give back. We can bless more people, right? And it's a win-win for everybody. If I have more money, I'm more generous. It's just the way I am, right? If I have less money, I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I can give that guy $1. It's not even about $1. I don't even know if I could go take my wife out to eat, whatever the case is. God does not want you to be poor. He doesn't. And again, that's a mindset. That's a mindset that we get stuck in, that it's easy to say, real easy to say, well, I'm like this because God wants me to be like this. God does not want you to struggle, man. You'll go through it, but God does not want you to struggle. So that's another good one that I heard. Any of you guys hear of any good ones? Any good excuses why you're not building any wealth, or why you don't have your finances are not where they want to be? Let's see what Mauricio, because Mauricio's been spending some fire today. So I'm going to share on Instagram what Mauricio said on Facebook. God has a path for everyone. Not everyone has the same path. God teaches you in many ways that you may not realize. Your time will come. Have faith and be patient. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And with that, being patient, you also have to take the leap of faith, right? So with the leap of faith, if you never take it, right? Say you're making 30,000 a year, 50,000 a year, right? But with that 50,000 a year, you could only pay your bills, right? You can only pay your bills. You can maybe, do a couple of other things, but so now with that 50,000, what can you do? What else can you do to get you where you need to be? And that's where sometimes you got to take the leap of faith. So, well, you know what? I'll take up a second job, or hey, I'll take up a side gig right here where I can make more money and use not just use that money to buy stuff, but they use that money to make it work for you. Does that make sense? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Man, it's been good, man. We've been going on for 25 minutes. And again, and my goal, I'm not going to be just on here every single time. I want to get other people who have been wealthy, who have been, again, my three things are your spiritual life, your health, and your wealth. So eventually, I want to get people on here who have been, in the Word and had a relationship with God for a very long time, and who are doing the thing daily, and also people who have been super overweight and struggling with their health, and they came in and now they're just like completely jacked and lean and health or even healthy, in that case. So, and then wealth, people who had came from nothing and just built a life, and now they're wealthy because they have things working for them. um, Let's see. Hiladio asked me a question, I think. What do you think is a bigger risk, investing or working for the rest of your life? Amen to that, brother. Um, I would say working for the rest of your life, because I don't know where that's going to get me, right? I'd rather invest my money and take the risk now, especially now that, I'm a little bit younger. I can tell my skin. It's a little shiny, but it's fine. Anyways, my boy Tim, yes, I am smooth. I'm not sure who that is, but hello. But yeah, guys, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this every single Tuesday. I'm gonna try to get in a little bit earlier. I'm gonna try to go Tuesdays at 6:30, and hopefully we have something else coming up, maybe on a Thursday. But yeah, guys, please, guys, if you guys can just share this on Facebook, on Instagram, share my YouTube channel, do all that good stuff. We want to be able to impact more people. Again, this is not only what I want to talk about, but it's more about inspiring and motivating people to do better in their lives. And I know the more I give, the better I'm going to feel. And this is my way of giving. Me just kind of talking head, and I know I have to do a better job of setting up criteria and reading more so I can spread the knowledge that I do have. And again, guys, my journey started not too long ago, right? I gave my life to God. I want to say close to 3 years now, maybe a little over 3 years. Can't remember. 2015. Yes. So 2.5 years. I gave my life to God 2.5 years ago. And even, with my health, I'm a big boy. And obviously with my wealth, I started off with $22 in my pocket this year, and we'll see where that goes. I'll be here every Tuesday. Positive is the key to success. Yes, sir. And we surround ourselves with great people, man. We're all going to become great together. So I hope you guys are here Tuesdays. I'm working on the time. Today was a little bit off because my wife was being a superstar for the church. And so I'm going to try to start around 6:30 to 7 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you guys on here. And again, guys, this is more of an interaction. And I hope I could get some good people on here, man. This would be awesome. So thank you guys for joining in, and tell your friends about it. Tell your friends to follow me on Instagram. Tell your friends to follow me on Facebook. Tell your friends to follow my YouTube channel. And again, this is not about me, but this is about all of us growing together. You guys are amazing. I love you guys, and you guys have a blessed week. And let's get another one of these going. With God, everything is possible. I overcome my battle with cancer, and He is my guide. Yes, sir. That's Hiladio. You're doing great things, Robert. Keep it up. I look forward to working with you in the near future. Yes, sir, Mauricio. I look forward to meeting with you, and I'm sure we're going to help you out, man. And yeah, man, I'm here for you. You guys have any other questions? This is not about real estate or anything. This is more about affecting people's lives and inspiring people to move. Keep it up, brother. You motivate me to strive to be better. Thank you. That's my boy Lolo right there. Thank you, brother. I love you, man. Man, I love that guy, Lolo, man. He's a beautiful guy. Go see his page. He's awesome. Stay blessed, Robert. You too, guys. You guys have a blessed one. Love you all. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, great. And then record.